Okay, so I'm a bit grumpy today. This is one of several attempts, and I don't think I'm going to get it again because of just how we're going. This level is it's not overly long, but it is a bit of a ball ache. This is ship deck. And it's kind of really getting to me now, as you can see from all the F8 sprays. I can't even. You'd be surprised how much I can't even. It's it's a brutal level, mostly because there is a long way to the first checkpoint. And the same guys killed me about 30 times. Because fuck you for playing our game. Yeah, right, so we're gonna get reamed straight away by dudes. Mostly because I'm not paying attention, I'm checking the recording. Dude up there throwing grenades. Missed him. Missed him. More dudes are gonna show up.
Come on!
You keep Sheva on cover mode pretty much at all times. And at some points we're just going to have to pray. You could kind of see. I'm trying to trigger some spawns here. There's Captain Sensible. He is now minus his entire body, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. So, oh, I've reversed that. Why have I done that? That is someone outside my house coughing very violently. So here's Captain Sensible 2, and he's just dead. But he's got 93 friends that all throw grenades. And we're going to be seeing more of the armoured enemies. Heavily armoured enemies. Which is... it's alright for me, because I've got the Magnum, but the way Sheva's AI works is she aims for body shots. And these guys are all wearing body armour. And not stupid body armour like the body armour we're wearing. I don't know if this is the body armour is going to help me here. I'm going to snipe these guys with a rocket because fuck these guys. Should probably have the PSG or anything, but I don't actually have the points for infinite ammo, and I seem to be not doing so well on the drops, and I've had to come off. I've had to rage quit this level, and I'm probably going to rage quit it again, just because of how fucking brutal it is. I think that's everyone. I don't think we can see anyone else from our current vantage point, unless that guy spawned yet. There's a guy right here, and he's killed me about 9 times. He's got a stun rod. It's the most frustrating thing in the world, because a lot of this is triggering the spawns. There's a container you can see here. It's got dogs in it. Lots of dogs. What we want to do is run.
Come on! Roger.
And there's a when you get to, I think it's that step there, a guy runs forward who mutates into one of those clamshell things, and 3 dogs come out of there. And you can't pre-kill them either. You can't, like... So it's killed me a few times. And it's really bugging me that I can't get Sheva to wait here. There's clamshell. Oh, that's not clamshell at all. That's clamshell. And these dogs, for some reason, can't jump up here. I'm gonna do it now just to fucking show me up. They all dead? Yeah. Okay. Because this is... We're all on one checkpoint at the moment. Which is just ridiculous. There's a fat guy trying to inch forward without triggering him. There's his head. But I can't quite see it. Luckily, you can shoot at them. Oh, come on. I don't know what these guys are called. I think they're called like melee brawlers or something. And then, the biggest dick move in this game by far, so far for me anyway, there's a guy around this corner. The stun rod. Now, you might have seen a few dogs there. There are a lot of dogs. There are so many dogs, you guys. It's not even funny how many dogs there are. There's a trap there. Hopefully I've shot as many guys as I can, so that's been circumvented. But we're still on one checkpoint, which I think is a bit harsh. There's a safe there with jewels. We don't need jewels though. But the gimmick here is shooting switches to raise containers, like so. And then this would trigger a trap. We need a keycard for this bit. Hopefully, once we push this container... Oh, I've been so frustrated with this level, I'm not even joking. Just fucking insta-kill dogs. They get one touch on you and you're dead. The first aid spray there is nice. It's going to be absolutely useless to us. There's a... Is it in there? Yeah, there's an emblem in there if you wanted an emblem. And you'd come in here, and a trap would drop, and it'd lock Scooby. It would lock Sheva in here, and then you'd have to run and get her out while she's surrounded by dogs. But we stopped the trap. We also sniped those guys, so they dropped treasure, but treasure is unimportant. There's a big man. There's another big man. Scooby is... a bit of a hassle. Where'd the big man go? Oh, Sheva took him down. Good. And this is the hard part. So I'm going to try and do this without Sheva. And then come back and get her. So... the spawn here is when you drop down. And I've not triggered it. You can't pre-trigger this either. Because I have tried. And... oh. Hey puppies. Yeah, there we go. Sheva can't come here. Now these dogs are inconsistent as fuck as to how high they will jump. I don't think they can get you here, but you do need to draw them out. And I'm being hyper aggressive because... oh, there's one down there, isn't there? Somewhere. Yeah, he was there. That's my puppy. That's my puppy. He's very excited. I really don't want to die here. Fuck. My puppy is distracting me from the puppies in this game, who are considerably more grisly. Was it Blade that did the dogs that have opening faces? They had that stupid Reaper virus with the guy from Bros. Right. And the reason I'm doing this like this is that's the exit of this section of the level. You come down this way, and Sheva comes down that way. You see? And we both get separate spawns of dogs. You see? And I'm trying to trigger them all so that when I shoot the switch and Sheva runs up here, she doesn't have to fight 80 million dogs. Fortunately, I cannot babysit her forever. And I've tried giving her all of the shotguns. And it's just not working out. And it's heartbreaking. It is you do something like this and you work really hard to get the spawn or whatever you're going for, and then you get to here and then she just gets insta-gibbed by a fucking dog. But I think I spammed enough rockets. If not, we're running straight for the exit of this area, and that's a fairly tough area. Run through fairly quickly, I'd say, for someone who's not exactly adept at this game. But it's not the end of the level. Oh, honey bunnies, it's not even close. Alright. So, now we're back to fighting more Soldier Magini. I don't think there's any dogs here. There is a shotgun nearby, I think. But, yeah.
Tank is so big. It won't be easy finding Wesker.
That won't be a problem. Once he knows we're here.
Oh, we'll get to
he'll find
Wesker.
us.
Don't you
How do
worry.
you know that?
Let's just say we have a history together. He's not the type to let grudges go.
You must have done something to really piss him off.
It goes a bit beyond just pissing him off.
So, are you going to tell me what happened?
Maybe. But not until after we
Is
put
it a
an
shotgun?
end to all this.
No, it's
Deal?
yeah, it's the striker.
I'm
Whatever this version. I don't think it's called the striker in this. But okay, so are you ready for some more third-person cover shooting action?
Freeze!
What's going on here? Nothing that concerns either of you.
We're not giving you an option. Now spit it out.
Tell us what we want to know and you won't get hurt. Where's Wesker?
If you can behave yourselves, maybe I'll tell you.
Damn it!
She's tough. I'll give her that much.
What's this?
Chris, is this...
Whatever it is, Excella seemed protective of it.
So there's something you might note there. I know Resident Evil 6 is where Chris really went off the deep end, and that was a big part of his character arc, was his partners dying all the time, etc., etc. But he explicitly threatened Excella then with torture. He said, just give us what we want and we won't hurt you. That's not cool, Chris. I hate this section. you can get shot through these little slats. It's pretty soul destroying. But the same applies to your enemies. So Chris would be a bit more forthcoming with no, this sounded the alarm. Good, and I was in the menu as it happened. So this is one big cover shooting section of just ass. Hey, stun rod guy. You're not the stun rod guy that killed me earlier. I love how I can shoot through armor, but oh yeah, these guys can totally hit you through that tiny little gap there. It's nonsense. And as usual, professional difficulty, one hit is a kill. There's an ambush in that tanker thing. There's guys that are going to drop down from here. Whoop! And there's a tanker here as well. I'm just going to use my first aid spray. First aid spray, double green herb. Green, green. Not green, blue, red, yellow like that Game Boy game. Is that too small a gap? Can't get a bullet through there. Oh, this is awkward shooting. I hate it when they get the sort of lotus head pop thing. That irks me. Right, so yeah, guys in there. Guys in there, but they're not in there yet. They've not spawned. And guys coming the way we've come. You can't pre-kill them. And there's riot shield guys and just all the guys basically, which is why we've got flash grenades. And it's going to get worse as well. So I'm just going to... you have to move forward a bit. There they are. There's a grenadier there. These guys are stun rod guys, but yeah, you can see there's also riot shield guys. Oh fuck you, man. I was talking to someone and she was saying, I keep talking about this person. You're not a true fan if you like Resident Evil 6. I like Resident Evil 6. I thought the movement was a massive improvement on this stupid diagonal nonsense that we have to put up with in 4 and 5. That's death, isn't it? Convinced there's another guy in there. Oh, I triggered the next spawn of Magini. You want to watch, there's a hatch on our left and bad things are going to happen when we go down there. Here they come. So now you have to run back. Just run back, just run back, just run back. Come on, Sheva, come on. And get your rocket launcher out. And Sheva, come on, come on. She did it. That is the most effective way I know to deal with that guy. My friend throws a flash grenade, gets behind him and breaks his neck. I had the flash grenades and it did nothing for me on veteran, let alone this, where just getting skimmed by one of these bullets puts you in dying. Are you picking up incendiary grenades? Can you not? So these assholes are now going to engage you in a game of Gears of War. Except there's no good angle to be had here. So you bring a big gun. Doing this on veteran with the SIG, I believe I had. Oh, it's painful. And then we're going to get trapped when we come out the other side, because this game's lovely, and we're going to get trapped when we jump down here. And you'll have to excuse the background noise. It's just bad timing. We go here. I think it's a stun rod guy. He's going to explode. It wasn't a stun rod guy. It's a stun rod guy next then. And he turns into a thing. Yeah. And there's one more who turns into the other thing. Does he drop down? I think he might drop down. That's too close to fire the rocket launcher. Okay, he's going to drop down then. Yeah, he turns it, you know the clamshell thing of just evil? Yeah, he turns into that in those confined spaces. It's friggin' brutal. I think... I don't know. Here we go. JJ! JJ's back, except he's just called Gatling Gun Margini now. And obviously is an insta-kill. Ah, you bastard.
Weapons keep getting bigger. Take cover.
Here's a bullet sponge and a half. And that is not the first time we will see him or his red-coloured brethren. That's for another day, though. A long, painful day. And the other keycard is here. Don't think this spawns anything, so we're just going to move on to the next action sequence. Not interested in treasure, not interested in pickups. So now it's RPG Margini with full body armor. So Sheva's useless, and we've got destructible cover. You're supposed to hide behind the cover, and so that's those two, and then there's one just down here. You see how he blew up all that cover? And Sheva just abused invincibility frames then, which is very clever of her. Otherwise she'd have died instantly. Sheva, no! She did it again! I never get that lucky. But now he hasn't got a head. Okay. And I am not noticing any benefit from the vests this far in. We can pick up treasure if we want, we don't need it though, so what's the point? And we move on to the next cover shooting sequence. Come on, Sheva.
Okay.
And the bow is still effective. The only problem with the bow is she goes for body shots. Which is... that's what she does, though. Because they're the easiest to hit. Even with her god aim, they couldn't make her insta-shoot everything.
So, you've made it this far.
Cress!
That won't make it much further.
The new superior breed of humans, given birth by the progenitor virus. The Wesker children were
The
entrusted
Wesker children.
with endless potential. Of
Well, we know of
them,
two of them.
only one survived.
Because there's Alex, isn't there?
You.
Are you saying I was manufactured?
I was to become a god,
I love that line. Just the delivery.
creating a new world with an advanced race of human beings.
But what does this have to do with bioweapons?
All was lost in Raccoon City. Despite that setback, your creation still holds great significance. Now my candle burns dimly. Ironic, isn't it? For one who has the right to be a god. To face his own mortality.
The right to be a god.
Ooh. Failed a QTE then. That's a bad way to go. Putting his hand through you. Like, oh, not just into the chest, all the way through.
The right to be a god. You. Arrogant even until the end.
Ugh.
Only one truly
Look at that reflection in his glasses though, that's amazing.
deserves that right.
Apart from the fact that the sound's off in all the cutscenes on this game. The actual animations, the graphics, still hold up. I mean, I don't know what the remastered one looks like, but this is... Look at the reflection.
The right.
You can just see his weird fucking cat eyes.
With Ouroboros, I have that right.
Okay. Huge plot dump, but oh. 6-1 done, son. Oh, so much pain. Cheers, guys.